connecting Central Texas. This is 25 News.
Hi there, everyone. I'm Todd Unger, and here's a look at your top stories on this Monday. Breaking news out of Harris County. A federal judge is ruling against an effort to toss out 127,000 votes there done via drive-thru voting. So those votes will, in fact, count. A group of Texas Republicans was attempting to get them tossed, but to no avail. This is just one day after the Texas Supreme Court rejected a similar request from some conservative Republican activists. The Texas Tribune says they're arguing the drive-thru program was an expansion of curbside voting and under state election law should have only been available to voters with disabilities. Judge Haanen says if he had ruled, he would not have tossed out those votes, but he agrees with Republicans that voting should be inside a building.
These voters are Republicans, Democrats, Independents, new voters, senior citizens, families, and many others.
Now, during early voting, Harris County has seen record-breaking turnout. We are less than 24 hours away from what might be the biggest day of the 2020 election cycle. It is the biggest day. Tomorrow, if you're voting in person, the polls are open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Don't forget you need to have at least one of these 7 forms of ID when you go to the vote. Could be a Texas driver's license, a Texas election ID certificate, or a U.S. passport. If you don't have anything on that list, you can also bring in a birth certificate, a current utility bill, bank statement, and other things listed on the screen right there. With COVID-19 cases continuing to rise, some parts of the country are seeing lockdowns again, and that includes El Paso County. The county judge ordering a 2-week shutdown late last week in response to a massive surge in cases. Major Texas cities, including Houston, are now prepared to take in medical patients from El Paso.
Once a community sort of lets their foot off the brake, doesn't really monitor what's happening in congregate facilities, be it family gatherings, and in our environment, it's the border as well, right? I think the lesson to learn for all communities is you have to be diligent, persistent, and continue to watch the data.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton threatening legal action against that shutdown order by the El Paso County judge. The first financial institution in East Waco in more than a century is finally opening their doors. If you stop by TFNB, you will notice it's located inside the recently renovated and historic Train Waco building. The permanent location will actually be in a different historic building just across the street, the Gladstone Knight building. The CEO of the bank says the project is long overdue and they're excited to see what the future holds for the community.
That whole community is a vibrant and very successful and professional community that deserves to have the financial services that only a community bank can earn in their community.
Hopefully more businesses will follow and the community can get everything that they deserve.
The bank is now open to the public. On the 19th, there will be a community event to greet more people.